So also here joining me this evening, listening to all of this and watching the breaking news this evening, Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House and a Fox News contributor. Sir, good to have you with us as always. Thanks for being here tonight.
Good to be with you.
What's your reaction to what we've seen so far? The GOP put out their assessment of this information, this report that's going to probably formulate soon into articles of impeachment.
Look, if facts matter, the GOP analysis is very compelling. But I think with Adam Schiff and with the Democrats, facts don't matter. They wanted to impeach Trump. Many of them wanted to impeach Trump before he's even sworn in. The Washington Post reported on the very day of Trump's inaugural that there was already an effort underway for impeachment. I think Schiff is totally dishonest, totally unreliable, and I don't take anything he puts out seriously. He lied to the country over and over again about the Russian relationship. He's just plain wrong. He's now run a totally one-sided kangaroo court. They'll issue their report. If you're a left-wing Democrat, that report will be terrific. You'll love it. I think if you're an independent voter, you're probably going to look at it very carefully.
I mean, that's the problem that they're stuck with at this point, right? Because Nancy Pelosi didn't want to go down this road. She knew that this wasn't going to turn into, magically into a bipartisan effort to oust the president, or that it was probably pretty unlikely. And then she decided to move forward. So we really are stuck where we were when this whole thing began. The whole process of watching these hearings with Fiona Hill and Colonel Vindman and all the others that we watched kind of parade through that room was to change somebody's mind, Newt, and it doesn't appear to have done that so far.
Well, I've never understood why the Democrats, who control only the House, thought starting this dance would have made any sense, because let's say they vote impeachment, and if they do, they're going to put 31 Democrats who are from districts that Trump carried in real danger of being wiped out next year, which would frankly make Kevin McCarthy Speaker, which I think would be a good deal. But let's say they do pass impeachment. It goes to the Senate. Lindsey Graham, the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, has already said he wants to invite Hunter Biden. He wants to invite Joe Biden. He'd like to invite Adam Schiff. I mean, the Senate hearings will wash away anything the Democrats accomplish in the House. And by the time it's all over, Trump will be vindicated. He will not be convicted. He will still be president.
You don't think you're really going to see any of those three people testify in the Senate, though, do you?
Well, if they get a subpoena, it'll be interesting to watch and see how they explain. How do you explain as a candidate for president, in the case of Biden, you're not going to show up? If you're Hunter Biden, what's your defense?
Because they're going to say it's unfair. They're going to say the same exact thing that the White House says, that the whole process is unfair, that now it's on the other foot, and they don't want to do it. I want to play one thing for you from Representative Zoe Lofgren, who was on over the weekend, because you've said that you think this is, a whole lot of nothing, and she was around during the Watergate process as well, the Clinton impeachment, which you were also obviously very involved in. Here's what she says about the severity of this.
If you take a look at what the founding fathers were concerned about, it was the interference by foreign governments in our political system that was one of their gravest concerns. Nixon's behavior didn't fall into that range. So in that way, this conduct is more serious.
She says this is way worse than Watergate.
Well, look, she has it exactly backwards. The argument is that Trump was interfering in the Ukraine, not that Ukraine was interfering in the United States. So she has the whole thing totally backwards. The objective reality
she's suggesting that the president asked for help with his future election in 2020, and she says that she believes that is more egregious.
I think, first of all, you've had the Ukrainian president say over and over again he did not think there was a quid pro quo. He did not think he was under any pressure. Now, he's the person who, if they had a complaint, who ought to be on the side of the Democrats. The Ukrainian president says she's wrong. But also remember this, which is what makes this whole thing so goofy. For 8 years, President Obama did not offer any help militarily to Ukraine. Trump comes in. Trump is helping Ukraine. He is getting them weapons. He gets a thank you call from the newly elected president of Ukraine. And the Democrats are arguing over whether or not there was a 1 or 2 month delay in getting the weapons there. Trump actually has been helping them, which Obama didn't do for 8 years.
That's
but the Democrats are mad at Trump.
Newt, thank you. Always good to see you.
you.
Thanks for being here tonight. Coming